Hello everyone, welcome to another season of the DTR Division 2 Championship. Let's go through the teams in this division. The Alfa Romeo team is being driven by Swifty Ryan and Critical Damage, both new drivers on this grid and also in the league. So let's see what they can do. In the AlphaTauri team we have Fakey and It's Only KG, both known drivers of last season. So hopefully they can pick up some pace because they were at the midfield last season. In the Alpine we have Pettervol and Van Roy, a really strong team. Finished in P2 in the Constructor Championship last season in Division 2. In the Aston Martin we have the Stavrolis, who have been promoted to Division 2 together with Ibany. I drove with Ibany in Division 1 last season, so I think one of the title contenders this season. Looking really forward how he can perform in this division as well. In the Ferrari, both really known faces for me, Michael Tip and Sammy Jansen, both drivers from my own league, so definitely supporting that team. In the Haas we have Felix, Love Pirate and Smajanka. Both in the McLaren team we have Blackmaster and Quistro, really quick drivers as well, so looking forward to see them driving. Mercedes, one of the strongest teams of this season, and they can really challenge Williams for the Constructor Championship if I may predict it. Ticket and Brand forming the Mercedes team. Will they carry on and grab that Constructor Championship in Division 2? Red Bull we have Lancia and Quina, really strong drivers, both Dutch drivers, and really looking forward to see them racing as well. And of course at the end we have the Williams team, the Constructor Champion of last season. Definitely looking to defend their title this season with really strong drivers. Also Donkey Down won the driver championship last season, so he will be defending his driver title as well. The circuit is 6,175 kilometers long with 27 turns with 2 DRS zones with an average speed of 250 kilometers an hour, which is very much. I think it's the second fastest track on the calendar, maybe even the fastest. Not sure what the average speed of Monza is, so it will be very close. My predictions for, we have already a Haas in the wall and already blocking the way there, and this is going to be unfortunate for the Haas driver, but let's stay on board with one of the quickest drivers. He finished in P3 in the championship. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to race in the last 2 races last season, which costed him the championship. So he is definitely aiming for the driver's title this season. And Owen has been disqualified for the wrong direction probably. Let's head back to the predictions of my driver championship this season. We have Brent on number 1. For me, he was really quick in tier 1, had some great battles with him, and really looking forward to see him racing in this division against Donkey and Ben, who are my second and third in the drivers championship. I don't think Donkey will face the pace of Brand this season, so I'm really looking forward to that. My predictions constructors are the Williams team will definitely defend their title, and right behind them we have Mercedes and Alpine. So that will be my predictions of this season, and let me know your predictions in the comments. Well, we're looking at Pettervol on those medium tires. What can he do? He is going to a 1:28.2, and that's a really quick time on those mediums. Very great lap from Pettervol on the medium tire, 5 tenths quicker than Fakey on the softs, and Ben goes quickest now with a 127.7, and he's 4.5 tenths quicker than Patter is on the mediums, so definitely a lot to improve for the drivers who are on the softs. And let's have a look. I'm going to open the stream to see what the reactions are, so I can keep on track with everyone who's telling me something. Let's head back to some front runners. Brand is going 7th quickest on the mediums. Patrick on those mediums really looking quick. 28.2, that's a really competitive time. And Ticket is also one of the quickest drivers of this division. He finished in P2, and what can he do? A 57.8, and that's a purple sector 2 for Ticket in the Mercedes alongside with Brand. Definitely a team to watch this season. And he's heading now into the last corner, where the exit of that corner is really important. You can lose a lot of time by not having a good exit, and he has a good exit. Where can he end up on the soft tires? He is going for a 127.5, and that is the quickest time of the day for now. Michael Tip with 2 lap old softs goes just 1.5 tenths slower than him, and look at the grid already, it's already so close. And what can the teammate of Donkey do? Also on the soft tires, one of the quickest drives of this tier as well, 128.3, and that's slower than the time of Patter on the mediums. So it's going to be very interesting what 10K can do. And Critical Damage, one of the newest drivers of this league, alongside with Swifty Ryan. And what can Critical Damage do? He's going for a 128.7, and that's 1.2 seconds away from the rest of the field. So not really a competitive time from Critical Damage. And Felix Laparent is just starting his hot lap. So let's stay on board with Fenwar Pride, who has amazed us last season. He has finished P2, runs wide, and no invalidation for him, and 31.0 in Sector 1, which is not a really good lap time so far. But let's see if he can improve in Sector 2. Going through the S's in Sector 2 here. Really close to the wall, but he is taking it really cautious, and he gets an oversteering moment. And Lancy is as well on a flying lap at 37. That's a better Sector 1 time from the Red Bull driver. And Lancy, who has shown us really great pace in the pre-season race earlier this week. Oh, a little slidey moment there on the inside, which costed him a little bit of time. And what will his Sector 2 time be is a 58.2, and that's a purple Sector 2 for Lancy. Will he manage to get it till the end of this lap? Lancy in the Red Bull, also one of the drivers to watch. He made some great improvements throughout the season, and he's now heading into the last corner. Lancy is really taking it on the inside, taking a lot of risk, not touching that wall. Jeddah is a circuit where the walls are really close. A 127.9 for the first lap of Lancy, and he is 4 tenths away from Ticket's time. A good lap from Lancy, not bad. He puts himself into the top 5, which is impressive from Lancy there. And who's also on a flying lap? Let's see, one of the drivers will have set their lap. It's Felix, 31.0. The game tells us that it's a faster Sector 1, but of course it isn't. Let's see. Felix is also on a flying lap, and so is Patter, and so is Lancy. But let's stay on board with one of the title contenders this season. It's going to be Patter Vol, heading into Sector 2 with a 57 7, and he's 8 tenths up on his usual time, and that's a professional pole time. He runs a little bit wide, but no invalidation for him. What can Petterful do? Will he be the first driver to put himself into the 126s? I think my prediction of pole will be a low 27 or a high 26. So let's see what Petterful in the Alpine can do. Will he carry his Alpine 127.2 for Petter, and he's almost 3 tenths quicker than Ticket on his flying lap on those soft tires. And Sammy Jansen is also on a flying lap. He's in the Ferrari. He won the race in Portugal last season. A very great performance from him. So let's see if he can manage to get a good lap time in. And he is now heading onto the main straight. Let's see what can Sammy do. Sammy goes 3 tenths quicker, and that puts himself into P3, which is a very good lap time from Sammy. Really good job from him. Michael Tip just starting his hot lap on those fresh as well. Fresh softs. So interesting to see what he can do. Michael Tip is running in the cockpit view, and we're driving only with the ABS assist on. So impressive stuff from him, and he's improving throughout the season without those assists, which is amazing. Look at Michael really attacking those corners nicely. The teammate of Sammy Jansen. What can he do in sector 2? Will he get a low 57.7? That's at exact the same time as Petterful. So what can Michael Tip do? Michael Tip heading into sector 3. What can Michael do? Will he surprise us all with a very good lap time here? He's heading into the last corner. Michael Tip, no room for mistakes. Taking it cautious. And what can Michael do? Heading into the start finish line. Michael Tip goes second fastest at 127.4. 2 tenths slower than Petter. And Donkey goes second fastest and improves his lap time to a 127.3. And look, the grid within the top 5 within 4 tenths of a second, which is amazing on this circuit where mistakes can be made really quick. And I think with 6 minutes remaining, every driver is preparing himself for that last qualifying lap. And Ben is already out. Who is on a flying lap? Let's see. Let's stay on board with some drivers who are on a flying lap. I think it's Brent driving into the pits. And Quina and the Alfa Romeo, one of the Alfa Romeos right in front of him as well. And Quina is just starting his hot lap. So we're going to stay on board with the other Red Bull driver. Red Bull currently sitting in P7 and P10. So they're definitely aiming for more. Quina really attacking those corners nicely. And Quina is on the pad, so interesting to see what his pace will be. Oh, he runs wide, no invalidation for Quina. And of course it's an invalidation now. So that's unfortunate for Quina. And one of the AlphaTauris, no, one of the Alfa Romeos is on a flying lap as well. So let's stay on board with Critical Damage. Really attacking those corners nicely. Critical Damage is going for a 35, and that's 2 tenths of on his usual time. A really good sector 1 time from Critical Damage. Critical Damage is 1.1 seconds away from the top of the field. What can he do in sector 2? I think sector 1 is one of his quickest times of this session so far. Let's see, Critical Damage looking very confident out of that corner. And now heading in at the end of sector 2, 4 tenths up, 5 tenths up. And now he needs to nail that last sector. And picking up the DRS. Really important to stay close to the walls, and he's running a little wide. And he is now heading on to the main straight. What can Critical Damage do? One of the newest drivers of DTR, and he is going to cross the line now with a 1:27.8, and that puts him in P7. A really good lap time from Critical Damage, 6/10 away from the current provisional pole time. So impressive stuff from one of the newest drivers with such a competitive grid. Putting your car for now in P7 is impressive. And Ben is in the pits, so he has got an invalidation. Lance is in the pits as well. One of the Haas drivers, Felix, is just starting his hard lap. It will be his last qualifying lap. And he is currently 2.2 seconds away from the top of the field. He has been promoted to Division 2. So let's see what his sector time will be. He's looking very confident, and 37, 3/10 up on his usual time. And let's see what Felix can do. He is taking it really easy on the throttle and switching back to 5th gear, short shifting to 6th. A little moment on the inside, but he still kept it on track, and he is up 1.1 seconds. So that's really good stuff from Felix, improving his time by 1.1 seconds so far, and that will put him in P9 as it stands. And he now is heading into the last corner. What can Felix do? He needs to get on the throttle really early, and he gets it really good. He is now going to cross the line with a 1:28.2, and that puts him in P10. 1.1 second up on his previous time, which is a really big improvement from the Haas of Felix Lefebvre. And let's head back to the front runners. Ticket is also 1:10 up, 2/10 up on his usual time. Ticket is attacking those corners, really aggressive. And he's up 2/10 in sector 2. Will he gain another 10th for that provisional pole time? He needs to get into the low 27s. And Petter is now on provisional pole, improving his time with a 1:27.0. Really quick time, and Ticket goes second fastest. He lost a lot of time in sector 3, which is very unfortunate for Ticket, but Petter gets the provisional pole time with an amazing lap, 1:27 flat. Really impressive time from Petter. And Sammy Jansen also starting his hot lap, and one of the Williams or Alpines is heading into the last corners. Let's see, one of the Red Bulls it is. It's Lancy. No, it's Quinner. No, it's not. Who is it? Quinner is just starting his hot lap. And I think it's one of the Williams just starting his hot lap right now. And I think it's De Stavrolis. He invalidated, unfortunately. So he needs to go for another lap, currently sitting in P17. One of the Mercedes drivers, Brent. What can he do? One of the title contenders, if I may assume. Let's see, Brent. Can he put himself into the top? Yes, he can. P4 he goes. P4 for Brent. A really big improvement from him as well. 27.3. Impressive stuff from Brent there. And Petter's not on a flying lap. And will Sammy is on a flying lap. Sammy is 4/10 up. Sammy goes second fastest with 4/10 up on his previous time. What a lap by Sammy Jansen. Really impressive from the Ferrari driver. He puts himself on the front row as it stands. And the championship leader only sitting in P4, who was on a flying lap. who is on a flying lap. It's not Ben. And the qualifying has been ended. 10K is not improving as well. So a P13 for 10K, which is not really a fast qualifying time from him. So this was our qualifying session of today, guys. And what an amazing qualifying we have seen, with Peter Vol taking the first pole position of this season. Sammy Jensen, an impressive qualifying from the Ferrari into P2. Ticket into P3, locking the second row with the championship leader from last season, Donkey. Brent is into P5. The Ferrari team, the teammate of Sammy, Michael, into P6. Ben 7/10 behind in P7. Critical damage in P8. Lancy is going to P9. Cristro is in P10. Fakey in 11. Felix in 12. Really impressive qualifying from all the drivers. And Tankade is in P13. Quinna in P14. Swifty Ryan in P15. A 5-place grid penalty for him. Femrod Pry in P16. Stavrolis in 17. Blackmaster 18. It's only KG in 19. And Owen in P20 being disqualified. So let me know your predictions of this race. Who is going to take the first victory of the season? Will it be Peter Vol from pole position, or will it be someone else? Let me know in the comments what your predictions are. And I think it's going to be dry in the race as well, because Jeddah is not really known of any race rain conditions. So I think the fastest strategy for the top 10 will be the soft medium strategy, and if you start outside the top 10, they will definitely go for a medium soft strategy. It depends, of course, with some safety cars incoming, 20 drivers on the grid, which is definitely going to cause a safety car this race. So really looking forward to the first race of this season. And I'm going to take a little sip of my beer. I'm going to enjoy this one. And the formation lap has begun. Peter Vol leading the whole pack in front of Sammy. Really impressive qualifying from him. Ticket in P3. Donkey in P4. Already losing it. Oh, Donkey. That's not a really good start from you. DTR Brent in P5. Michael Tip 6. Really strong performance from the Ferrari team and the Mercedes team so far. Ben into P7. Expecting a lot more from him in the race, as we know he's really consistent in the race conditions. Critical damage. Really impressive qualifying from him as well, as a new driver, putting your car in the top 10 in this competitive grid. Lancy in P9. Quistro finishing off the top 10. Oh, what happened to that Mercedes? Fakey in 11. Felix in 12. Tankate in 13. Quinna in 14. Femrod in P15. Stavrolis in 16. Blackmaster 17. It's only KG 18. Owen and Swifty Ryan starting at the back. Let's have a look. Tire choices from all the drivers. Of course, the top 10 is starting on the softs, with Fakey and Felix also starting on the softs. 10K, Quinna, Femrod, Stavrolis and Blackmaster start choosing for an alternate strategy compared to the rest of the field. And from P18 to P20, they're all starting on the soft, so they will be on the attacking strategy at the start of this race. So let's head back to Petterful, who is almost completing his flying lap, formation lap. He will be the driver to watch. The pace of Petter around the Jeddah circuit is intense, and we've seen that already. A really good circuit for overtaking opportunities with 2 DRS zones right at the end of the circuit, so a lot of overtaking opportunities on this track. We are preparing ourselves for the first race of the season in Division 2. Really competitive grid, especially the top 7. And everyone is getting themselves ready. Hopefully they got enough temperature on the tire to get a good start. And we are preparing right now with getting a good camera view. And we have 5 red lights. And we are off. And away we go for the first round in DTR with a really good start from Sammy Jansen. Already taking the lead in turn 1. Sammy Jansen takes the lead, and Petterful is struggling on the start of this race. Ticket is already pushing Petterful as well. Sammy Jansen takes the lead of this Grand Prix, and Petterful in P2, Ticket in P3, Donkey down P4, and Brandt still in P5. Michael Tip in 6 as well, really pushing his car through the S's. And let's have a look at the position changes after the start. Quistar winning 2 positions, which is a really impressive start from the McLaren driver as well. And it's only KG winning 3 positions. Of course, he started on the soft tires, so he has the advantage at the start. And a really clean start from what I've seen so far. No drivers have picked up any damage, so that's really good to see. So let's head back. Sammy Jansen already pulling away from Petter, 6 tenths away. And Sammy Jansen still 6 tenths away from Petterful. And who is going for a move in turn 27. I don't think anyone... Oh, it's Ibany. Ben is on the inside and Michael runs a little wide. But is Ben, will this be an overtaking opportunity for Ben? He is choosing the inside line compared to Michael. Ben is braking late, going for the inside move, but now Michael has the inside and stays in front of Ben. Really good racing from them. Really good job from Michael to defend there. And we have Swifty Ryan in the wall. And Platmaster as well, and we have a virtual safety car being deployed. And Stavroles is very unfortunate, taking a 5-second time penalty, and the first safety car is out already. So what will the top drivers do? Will they make an early pit stop, or will they extend their current stint? Really interesting with that early safety car. But Sammy Jansen is really showing his pace. I told him to focus on his consistency, and that's what he is doing. So really impressive stuff from Sammy Jansen. Improved a lot this season. Really good to see him at the front. Petterful is right behind, losing 1 position. He didn't have a good restart, good start of the race. A lot of troubles getting away from his starting position. Still in P2, followed by Ticket in P3. And Donkey is definitely aiming to get past as quick as possible, as he is the reigning champion. So he's the man to beat this season. And we already have Petterful diving into the pits, going the opposite to Sammy. So a few drivers already making their pit stop, so they will definitely try to go full and 2-stop strategy probably. Not sure if that's the right choice, because he will be sitting in P12 right now. Of course he's on fresh mediums, but those soft tires of the front runners are definitely having an advantage. So really curious how he will go through the field on those fresh mediums. We'll keep an eye on that. So let's see the current tire situations. The top 8 running soft from the start. Quina started on the mediums in P9. And right behind them we have only Kiji and Tankate who haven't made that pit stop as well. So Patter is the first driver on the grid who made that pit stop. So, and that's P12. And Staff is going, he pitted for the fresh soft tires, so he is on the attacking strategy. Really catching up on the field, and so is that win. But let's head back at the front with the 2 Ferraris leading now. So 1, 2, 4. Oh, it's and McLaren in the wall. Quistro, what are you doing? Under safety car conditions. Oh, he needs to wait now. Oh, please guys, get out the way. Oh, Quistro, you're destroying your own race by that spin behind the safety car. But really nice job from him to let everyone go. So good awareness from him. But now he needs to make a pit stop. And Sammy's in the pits. Sammy is pitting right now. Why are you pitting? Oh no, Sammy, he picked up some damage. So he's switching his front wing. Oh, Sammy. Why? And now Michael Chip is your leader of this Grand Prix. And Ben into second, Lancey third. So it's going to be very exciting after the restart. 2 drivers spinning or getting damaged behind the safety car is not what you want. You have to stay calm, warm up your tires, don't be too aggressive. Because why would you take that risk behind the safety car? And of course, no penalties have been given so far. And of course, winning positions is not really something you have to look at after an early safety car with early pit stops being made. And I think the whole grid has catched up on the field, so I think the safety car will be going in this lap. And that will allow Michael to set the pace. And yes, the lights are out of this safety car, so Michael will be setting the pace. With Ben really close behind him. Definitely aiming to get past as quick as possible. When will he go? When will Michael go? A very good camera view here. And he is already going. Michael is already going. And a good restart from Michael. But look at Ben. Look at Ben. He is really strong on the straights. Michael already needs to defend from Ben for the lead of this race. Ben on the inside line, and Ben gets the overtake done, and Ben takes over the lead. And really good restart from Ben. He was awake after that safety car restart, and Mike was now, oh, Michael really having trouble on the tire temperatures, really struggling out of the S's. Michael losing a lot of time compared to Ben, and he's already under pressure of Lancey. And Patterville is losing places as well. Donkey is having a penalty, and he moved up 2 positions after that safety car restart. So Donkey has made some great moves, but he has picked up a penalty, which is very unfortunate. Oh, and Sammy is already struggling and 23 seconds away from the rest of the field, so he needs to gamble for another safety car. And it's only KG is making a move on Quinna, and look at Quinna running wide there, and Donkey gets past. Quinna having troubles. He's fully under pressure. And look at this camera view, guys, going 3 wide, and one of the Williams drivers pushing Quinna a little wide. Tankate is on the inside, but still going side by side. Tankate has the better exit, and he gets past the Red Bull driver. And the Red Bull driver is still under pressure now from one of the Alpines as well. Better for getting past Quinna as well, and he's losing positions after positions. And let's head back to Fakey. Fakey really putting the pressure on Felix. Fakey still on those used soft tires, and so is Felix. And Michael has pushed himself to get within the DRS of Ben again. And a lot of battles ongoing. Quinna losing a lot of positions. And Sammy has pitted again, so he picked up damage when he was leading in turn 1. Now really unlucky on his race. And Fakey is getting closer and closer to Felix. Will he get a good exit? And he is within 1/10 of a second. Will he go for the move in turn 27? A really smart move is to stick right behind him, but Fakey is going on the inside now to Felix. Felix runs wide, almost colliding with the wall and really struggling on the exits, but Felix still keeping himself in front, and Fakey is on the outside now, heading into turn 1. Fakey on the outside, heading side by side in turn 2 now, and Fakey, a little bit of wheel banging ongoing, but Fakey is still going side by side with Felix. What a battle! And really close battles between oh, it's Felix in the wall, and that's damage from him. Fakey has pushed him a little bit into the wall there. Not sure if that was correct, but we'll see how that pays off. What the stewards will say about that. And look at Ticket going side by side with Tankate. Ticket on the fresher tire, he is, but Tankate is having straight line speed. But Ticket is focusing on the exit, and Ticket has a really good exit. Look at Ticket going side by side with Tankate, and Ticket gets a move on the straight here, heading in the end of sector 2, going into sector 3 now, having a really good exit compared to Tankate. And Ben managed himself to create himself a gap of 1.1 second, and look how close the gap is between the leaders. And Patte is catching Donkey. Well, Ticket is defending from his teammate Brent, and Fakey and it's only GG switching positions. Fakey moves up to P5. Good battle between the AlphaTauris. It's only GG willing to stay within the DRS, which is going to open right now. And look at Donkey on the outside now, going really deep on the outside. Will this be a move from Donkey? No, it's not being made yet. But look at Donkey on the outside now. Oh, Donkey's really going for it. What a move by Donkey, runs wide and cuts the corner. And really a hard point to overtake there. So Donkey lost 1 position to Patte, and Donkey already on the outside of Patte, on the inside now, and he backs off and Patte runs wide. And Donkey really pushing his title rival to their limits. So let's have a look between this battle between Donkey and Patter. Donkey really aggressive today on the moves. Really not willing to lose any position. Patter runs really wide and gets a really good exit compared to Donkey. And Donkey now needs to defend from both Mercedes drivers who are joining that battle as well. And look at Patter covering the inside line into turn 1 and braking really late there and locks up his left front tire, but still keeps in front. So Patter moves himself up to P7, now able to close up on the AlphaTauris. And Donkey is getting overtaken by Ticket. So 4 title contenders in a battle is something we should not miss. And Quistro sets the fastest lap on those mediums. And now Patterful is closing into one of the AlphaTauris. And Famrod is out. And that's a DNF for him. Not sure where. And Ben is picking up the pace, 1.6 seconds away now. To Michael, who has picked up a penalty. And look at Patter really getting through the field on those fresh medium tyres. Look at Patter, will we go for a double move on those AlphaTauris? He is waiting to regain that DRS on the last AlphaTauri. One AlphaTauri has been overtaken, and will there be a move from Patter on the outside into turn 1? Patter is going for it, and we're going 3 wide, and Patterful is braking late, and he gets the move stick. Patterful taking 2 AlphaTauris in 2 corners. Really impressive stuff from the Alpine. And already back into P5. Little bit too aggressive on the inside there, so he probably picked up a warning for that. And Michael is losing a position to Lancey. Lancey having no penalties and closing into Ben. Lancey also one of the drivers to watch this season, definitely. The improvement he made is impressive. And we still have a battle in the midfield between the AlphaTauris, who are falling back now. Donkey Dan is closing into It's Only Kiji. Donkey Dan probably not going to be able to have a go on the win unless Patter and some others will have a crash. And Donkey in the inside line now of It's Only Kiji and moves himself into P6. And Brent is on the outside of Tankade and braking really late. Will pick up the DRS on It's Only Kiji, so a really good exit from Brent as well. And Critical Damage is in the pits for his first pit stop. And Ticket is being hunted by Stavrolis and Owen as well. Ticket really stuck right behind the teammate of Donkey. And Tankade running really wide again and gets overtaken by Ticket with Stavrolis right behind him. So Ticket is now moving up a place into P8. No penalties for all the Mercedes drivers. So really strong performance so far. Toto Wolff will be happy, knowing that the top 3 drivers still need to make that pit stop. And we have someone in sector 2 losing it. I think it's Owen. Owen is in the wall, and there's debris on the track, but he's still able to continue his race, so I don't think there will be any safety cars, and no, there's not. And look at Brandt on the outside now to It's Only KG heading into turn 27. And will we have a good exit to have a go on Donkey as well? It's Only KG braking really late, but no improvement. from him. He's really struggling on those tires. And Brent is closing into Donkey into turn 1. And Donkey is defending for his life here. Let's stay on board with the battle for P2. Batterful in a confident lead, 2.5 seconds away from the rest of the drivers. So a confident lead for Patter to make that call on that pit stop. But will their tires last till the end with that early pit stop? Or does he need to make another pit stop? And look at Brent still sticking right at the back of Tankate, of Donkey, who is really defending hard. Donkey is really aggressive today. And the DRS of Brent is still close, so he just wants to back off to keep right behind Donkey here, to have a really good exit. Known of the in real life F1, that's the right choice to do. And look at Brent, he's closing into Donkey. Will he be able to get it moved on into turn 1? Going side by side with Donkey, and he gets the moved on even before the corner. And look at the other Mercedes driver already on the outside now with Ticket. Ticket is getting the moved on as well on Donkey, going side by side. We're going to stay on board with Donkey and Ticket. Ticket is backing off, so we don't want to take too many risks, knowing that Donkey has a penalty. So impressive racing from all the drivers so far, and the Mercedes drivers are definitely having a really good go on the Constructor Championship as it stands. The team is really strong and really consistent. And Brent is now into P2. Oh, a really big moment there from Ticket, who is definitely pushing his way. But look at Stavrolis. Stavrolis is keeping up with the quicker guys. Of course, he's on the soft tire. Let's have a look. Current tire situation. Stavrolis is on 9 lap old soft tires, so he needs to make another pit stop in the first couple of laps. And look at Ticket. Ticket is closing into Donkey, and Donkey is closing into Brent. Will Donkey be able to get a move? And Donkey's on the outside of Brent, and Brent is braking late and going side by side. No. Look at Brent going for the switchback. Brent is going for the switchback, and what a move from Brent. Really good racing from Brent there, going for that switchback. Not taking too many risks, knowing that Donkey has a penalty, and picks up another one. So very interesting what all the drivers can do. But will the drivers be able to extend this stint till the end of this race? I'm not sure. And Quinaz out of the session. Quinaz out, and will we get another safety car? Yes, we have the second safety car of this race. So this is a really good moment for Stavrolis to make another pit stop and switch to some fresh medium tires, or maybe even soft tires if he started on the mediums. And all the other drivers will make a pit stop as well for some fresh softs. And Donkey will not be happy. And Patterful, of course, the leader of this race, diving into the pits, switching to those fresh soft tires if he has them. And yes, he is switching to the fresh soft tires, and so is Brent. Ticket needs to wait. And what will Stavrolis do? Stavrolis is also going for the fresh softs. So Stavridis into P5, gaining a lot of positions after that safety car restart. Stavridis on the same tire. Lancy still continuing on his current stint for the mediums. He pitted 2 laps ago for the mediums. Hopefully he will be able to defend from the rest of the drivers. Not a bad choice from Lancy, but if the pace difference is a little bit too much, because he has 7 drivers behind him on the fresh off tires, so he needs to be very awake after that safety car restart. And Fakey is in pitting as well, and I think he should. And what will the others do? Sammy, what can he do? Owen switching to softs, Felix to softs, and Quistro taking a run for the mediums. That's an interesting choice. And Sammy will still continue on those mediums as well. So let's have a look at the current penalty situations. The top 3 no penalties. Donkey having 6 seconds of penalties. Stavridis and Ticket no penalties as well. Michael 3, Ben no penalties. Fakey 3, critical damage 6. It's only KG 3. Tankade having 6. Quistro having 8 seconds of penalties. Owen no penalties, Felix no penalties, and Sammy having 3 second time penalties as well. So it's going to be a very impressive race to the end. Everyone has made their pit stops, so if you don't make a mistake, you will not need to make another pit stop. Lancy leading on the 3 lap old mediums. Right behind, of course, we have Patte on the softs. Definitely trying to get past as quick as possible. So I think the whole field will bunch up this lap. So it might be a possibility that we are going to race again after this lap. Yes, everyone is now getting closer and closer. Where Sammy is also in sector 2, so he will be closing in on the mediums. What can Sammy do? He had a really bad start. He had a good start, but after lap 3 he has picked up damage behind the safety car. Will he be able to pick up the pace? This safety car definitely helped him, and the whole field is bunched up. So if I may say it, we can already go after this lap. So it's really important to have your tires on the right temperature, especially after that last sector. And will the safety car, and yes, the safety car will be going in this lap. So we're going to have 8 laps of racing at the Jeddah circuit, a small sprint race, with Lancy currently leading, Patavo into P2, DTR Brand in P3, Donkey in 4, Stavridis in 5th. We are going to make ourselves up for some great racing till the end of this race. No room for mistakes in this tier. So really impressive. When will Lancy go? And I think he's still waiting. He's still waiting. Lancy's, and he's going, and he's off. And Petterful has really been awake as well. And DTR Brent is a little bit of sleeping. And that will allow Donkey down to go for a move. And will Petterful make a move as well into turn 1? And yes, he can. Petterful late braking move. And pushes Lancy a little wide. Lancy gets a 3-second time penalty for that. But that should be getting removed. He gets pushed wide by Petterful there. Petterful retakes the lead. And Lancy into P2, Brent still into P3, so he defended that attack from Donkey. And Staff lost one position, and Ticket has picked up a 3-second time penalty as well. So drivers taking some penalties now after pushing their car to the limits. And Brent is really closing in to Lancy. Let's take on board with the Mercedes driver. And Brent is losing time behind Lancy. Look at Brent, look at Brent. Brent is going to have a look on the outside of Lancy, but of course we know Brent, his moves. He's already going side by side, and he gets touched by Lancy, and Lancy's now struggling. Hopefully he didn't pick up any damage from that. Petterful sets the fastest lap with a 29.9, and already 1.2 seconds away from Brent. And Donkey is also really close behind to Brent there. But who is the quickest in Sector 1? And I think it's Petterful. Petterful is just untouchable on this track. And we have someone in the wall. It's only Key G is losing it. Hopefully he didn't pick up any damage from that. And Ticket is really putting the pressure on Donkey for the last podium spot. Of course Donkey has a penalty, so Staff is also having good papers for a penalty, for a podium, if he stays close behind to the drivers in front of him. And look at Ticket, has a really good exit compared to Donkey, and he's 3/10 away. Can he close himself up into turn 27 to have a really good exit for the main straight? And Ticket now, well, he has a good exit compared to Donkey. Yes, he has, still 3.5 tenths. He's losing a small amount of time now, so he will be not close enough for the move. And Lancy's all under pressure of Stavrolis. And look, right further behind we have Ben already overtaking Stavrolis as well. So Ben has, this was some team order ongoing. And Ben is of course the #1 driver in the Aston Martin team. Not because Stavrolis is too slow, but Ben has been driven in Tier 1, Division 1 last season. And look at Donkey and Brent. Brent on the inside with Donkey going side by side with Donkey down. And Brent gets to move down, but Donkey's still there. Donkey keeps himself in front. Brent knowing that he has no penalties. And look at the other Mercedes running really wide. And Staff has picked up his first penalty as well. So Brent is keeping close to Donkey. Picking up the DRS. The DRS has been opened now. So we're racing again. And oh, what happened? What happened? It's Ben. Ben in the wall. And Ticket. Ticket and Ben losing their front wings. Oh, one of the both title contenders losing a front wing. But really lucky for them, they have a safety car. Another safety car being deployed. The third safety car of the race. Same as Division 1. And he's also serving his 5-second time penalty. And Sammy is on the fresh softs as well, and he gets past Ben and Ticket, so a lot of points. Thrown away by Ben and Ticket. So now we can call it a real sprint race with a few laps remaining. DTR Rent, Patavol, Owen and Felix Lepirate will be very happy about this safety car, with all the drivers in front having penalties. Of course, Petter and Brent are within the top 3 having no penalties, so Brent will easily take P2. But look at Owen. Owen into P11 can gain a lot of positions if he stays within the 3-second gap. Big drama here at the first race of the season in Division 2 Season 3. And yes, Cassell, really bad for Ben and Ticket. I think they are both title contenders and they're outside the points now. And we're going to have another lap behind the safety car. And if I may assume, Patavol will definitely be taking the win, if I may predict this. Brent will finish in 3rd, and who will take the last podium spot? Brent in 2nd. Let's have a look. Penalties: 6 seconds for Donkey, Lancy 3, Stavrolis 3, Michael 3, Fakey 3, critical damage 6, Tankate 12, that's a lot of penalties for Tankate, Quistro having 8 seconds, Owen no penalties, which can definitely gain him a podium spot if he can go through the field as quick as possible. Sammy having 6, Ticket 3, Felix having also no penalties. It's only Kiji no penalty, 3 seconds, and Ben has no penalties as well. So that could help him at the end of this race. Well, we head back to the front with Patavol leading. Patavol definitely the quickest driver of the day. If I may give my driver of today let's just wait till the race has finished, because anything can happen in this small sprint race, because the safety car will be going in this lap with the whole field bunched up. And one of the strongest drivers last season is leading again. We all know that he's really quick around this circuit, and it's looking like he's going to get another win. He has been away the last 2 races last season, and now he's back where he belongs. Patavol, lights are out. We are preparing ourselves for a small sprint race around the Jeddah circuit. And I will remove. And when is he going? The Alpine driver of Patavol, taking it really wide, focusing on the exit, and look at Donkey really awake. Look at Donkey really awake. When will Patter go? And he's going now. And he's already looking to have us. He's covering the inside line now to Donkey. Donkey really wanting to get past. And Donkey in the inside line, but Patavol stays ahead. And Tankate picks up another penalty. 15 seconds of penalties. And we're going to stay on board with Donkey Dan closing into Patter. 6-second penalties for Donkey, so that's not going to help him. But still, he wants that track position win. That's giving you confidence. And Brent is losing 1 second now to Donkey. So the top two is stretching away. And Sammy is back in the points. P10 at the moment. And Brent is in P3, 1.1 seconds away from Donkey. Donkey is really pushing. So let's stay on board with the battle for the lead. The DRS will probably be enabled in 2 laps. And look at Donkey braking really late there and is focusing on the exit, and so is Patte. Donkey is using all of his DRS to keep up with him. And Donkey is showing himself on the inside. Further behind we have Brent in P3, Lancy P4, good race from him as well so far. Critical Damage and Fakey having a really good battle for P7. Critical Damage on the fresh off tire gets past Fakey, and so is Sammy. Sammy and Fakey are having a battle as well. No, Sammy runs wide and he gets a move done on the McLaren. And Sammy's Sammy's struggling and gets outside the top 10 now. And look at Staff on the inside of Lancy, braking really late there. Lancy making no pit stop again. Lancy losing a position to Stavrolis. And Stavrolis is on a podium course at the moment if he can keep up with Brent. With Donkey having a 6-second time penalty. Oh, it's going to be very, very close till the end of this race. And Brent is having struggles on the fresh off tires. Oh, we have someone in the wall who lost it. It's Fakey. Oh, and it's, oh, he takes, oh no. Oh, really big carnage. Oh my God. This is, oh, and done. Just avoided that collision, but oh, Tankade. Whoa, that was a really strong move from Tankade. And drivers on the grid, hopefully they get removed as soon as possible as the DRS has been enabled. And really big troubles for the drivers, the AlphaTauris. And Stavrolis is still within that 3-second gap. And Tankade has retired on track as well. A retirement from Tankade. And we only have 13 drivers left in this session. And Donkey is pushing all the way now. Well, Brent is trying to close up on him, but it's not working well. He's losing a small amount of time, but Stavrolis is still picking up the DRS on Brent. And Stavrolis just needs to stay within that 3-second time of Donkey, which he is. But Donkey is gaining a small amount of time. But that DRS is so strong around this track. And Stavrolis is he going for a move on Brent into turn 1? I don't think he's going to be close enough. And we definitely have a fight for the podium. But Donkey is stretching away. Donkey is stretching away. He needs a few tenths this lap to secure himself for a podium spot. And he's getting closer and closer. And now he's in the right gap. And Stavrolis is going side by side with Brent. Brent really winning wide, and this will help Donkey. And into the last lap we go. Really great battle between Brent and Stavrolis. Looking at Stavridis is not going to be able to close up on Brandt and Donkey, but Donkey has no DRS, and the DRS is really strong around this track. So will there be an opportunity for Stavridis to get a podium position? And Stavridis is going on the outside now to Brandt. And Stavridis is still not picking up the DRS, and double overtake, and Petterville takes the win. Donkey down into second, but he gets past Brandt, and Brandt will finish in second. Donkey down still picks up a podium spot, so really securing drive from Donkey, really aggressive on his move. Stavridis only 2/10 away from the podium. Michael finishes in P5, Lenzi in P6, critical damage in 7. Quistro finishing in 8. Sammy still picking up points after that crazy start. It's only GG finishing off and picking up the last point. Ben takes the fastest lap, but no points for the opener of Ben. Ticket also no points for him. Owen in P13, and what a race we've seen. For the first round in the DTR Championship Series in Division 2, we have seen an amazing race, and yes, of course, Stavridis taking the driver of the day, and definitely deserved after those winning positions. Petterville taking another win in this division. Really strong performance, a dominant performance from Petter, and of course he is the deserved winner of today. And yes, so he needs to be moved up into D1, of course he is. DTR Brand takes up P2. Donkey finishes off in the podium as winning the championship last season, picking up 2 penalties, which is very unfortunate. Stavridis was really close on the podium and is definitely my driver of today. Michael Chip 5th, Lancy 6th, critical damage 7, Quistro in 8, Sammy Jansen in 9, It's Only KG in 10, Ben into 11, Ticket in 12, Owen in 13, and the rest of the grid have not finished the race. So a really definitely amazing race to watch. Thank you to all the drivers and to all the clean racing we've seen. Really looking forward to the race at Bahrain. See you next week. Thank you for watching.